In today's video, I'm going to be comparing the vegetarian and vegan diets, and I'm starting today's video right now. My name is Gregory Groves, and if this is your first time visiting my channel and you would like to learn more on how to deal with the emotional issues associated with weight loss, food addiction, binge eating, emotional eating, stress eating, hit that subscribe button right now, hit the bell notification so you never miss a future video. As I already mentioned, for today's video, I'm going to be comparing the vegetarian and vegan diets. For those of you who are not overly familiar with either of these diets, the difference between the two can be a bit confusing. The most obvious similarity is that neither diet includes meat for the most part, but what throws a lot of people off is other foods like yogurt or eggs, things like that. So I'm going to go through the main differences. Vegans don't eat any animal products at all, where vegetarians simply don't eat meats, more specifically like red meats. But they will eat certain animal products like dairy and eggs, in some cases, certain seafoods, so on and so forth. So the main reasons people choose these diets are, number one, morals against the harming of animals. Number two, religious restrictions. And more for the vegetarian diet, health purposes. Vegans tend to follow the same core rules of not eating any animal products at all, with no exceptions. They also tend to avoid other animal-based products and byproducts such as leather and silk, wool, as well as any animal. They also try to avoid cruelty-free beauty products. There are several different vegetarian diets, though, and this is where it can get a little hazy for a lot of people, especially when it comes to the vegetarian diets. So I'm going to quickly cover the most common ones here. All right, so there's four main vegetarian diets. So the first one is lacto-ovo. This comes from the Latin words for milk and eggs, and this is the most common form of the vegetarian diet. Those who follow this diet, they eat dairy products and they do eat eggs, but they do not eat any meats. Next is lacto. People who follow this version of the diet don't eat eggs, seafood, and poultry, but eat dairy products. Next is the ovo diet, OVO, if you're wondering how that's spelled. Those who follow this version of the vegetarian diet will eat eggs, but don't eat meat, poultry, seafood, or any dairy products. And the last form is the pesco vegetarian diet. Pesco vegetarians don't technically eat meats, but they do eat seafood or most forms of seafoods. So there are some nutritional concerns that people do have, and you might want to be aware of before you consider either. All right, so although there are health benefits to both of these diets, the nutritional deficiencies is something you need to be aware of before deciding on either. So if you're not consuming dairy, for example, you're risking deficiencies in both calcium and vitamin D, but you're also risking deficiencies in vitamin B12 as well. You may want to consider supplementing with all three of these, though, if you do want to try out the vegetarian diet. Also, specifically with the vegan diet, you're also risking deficiencies in essential amino acids. Luckily, there are some fantastic vegan proteins you can supplement with, so you might want to consider that, especially if you are exercising at a certain level. But either way, there are deficiencies with essential amino acids in the vegan diet. The bottom line is there is no magical weight loss cures with either of these diets or any diet, period. They can only help you lose weight sufficiently when you're in a properly calculated, mildly aggressive calorie deficit. So you do need to learn how to do that. I do talk about that in several of my books, From Fat to Thin the Right Way, Be Your Own Weight Loss Coach. Both of those books go pretty in depth on those. So you can jump on Amazon and look for both. I'll see if I can put both in the description below. So yeah, I'll make a note of that. I will put both those books in the description below. But there's just no magical pill to weight loss without that. Keep that in mind. Also remember, if you're suffering from binge eating disorder or food addiction, emotional eating, don't be afraid to connect with others and don't be afraid to ask for help. As I say in every single video, this is a sign of strength, not weakness. To learn more about how to deal with the emotional issues associated with weight loss, food addiction, binge eating, emotional eating, stress eating, as I said at the beginning of the video, remember to subscribe right now and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a future video. Also look for a new video next Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's generally when I release new videos. If you have any questions for me you'd like for me to answer, please feel free to drop them in the comments section below and I will do my best to answer them all. Also, feel free to share this video with others you know that could benefit from it. The more people I reach, the more people I can help, which of course is my goal. Also, make sure to check out the videos that will be appearing on the cards on the screen. They will help you further in your journey. They're a great addition to this video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next Monday at 4 p.m. Have an awesome week, and as always, please stay safe.